Oh, right. Marathon. Okay, we're doing one react before because this is insane. So apparently Marathon lost. Marathon. For the ones who haven't seen it, I have made a video about, Marathon, how much they lost Sony, and I was at the minimum of $200 million. Well, apparently it's 765 million. Isn't that great? I also have a video coming up looking at the advertisement differences between Marathon and Arc Raiders, and wow, Marathon is so shit at doing advertisement. It's incredible how bad they are. You won't believe it, and I mean that. It's so bad. So here we go.
PlayStation has reported a $765 million impairment loss due to underperformance by Bungy. That's right, guessed. Boys. Like, you thought Marathon crashed out? You didn't even know.
Yeah.
Look at this.
It's even worse. It's even worse.
Like, I'm telling you, like, guys, this is bad. So in summary, Sony's $765 million impairment loss from Bungie means they are downwardly adjusting the value of an asset that I think everyone but Sony realized was probably not worth $3.6 billion. That's not lost money in the sense that some are thinking it is.
Oh yeah, why would I agree with that? Because Bungie was on a downward spiral for a while. Now, the young people might not know. Like, literally, the young people might not know because they were too young when things happened, and old people might have forgotten. But Bungie has produced a lot of flops. Do you remember Alien Colonial Marines from back in the early 2010s? That game came out and it was a disaster. It was a disaster. Graphically, it was not at all what the trailer was showing. The AI of the enemies was trash. It was literally dog shit. It was bad. And the gameplay wasn't good. Oh, and the AI of your companions was also bad. It was only years later that a fan of the game made a patch that made the game actually good, or at least decent. But that game was bad. And after that, what they brought out that was good? Destiny 1, which they then destroyed, and Destiny 2, which they then destroyed. Anything else? I mean, they haven't made a Halo game in ages, right? Because they don't have the license. So the last Halo game they made was probably in the 2000s. And what came out since then, I actually don't know, because I don't remember. I just don't remember. What have they made? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Give me some interactions for the algorithm. So back to the video. So 765 million. Oh my god. Yeah, who could have guessed?
Well, it's a bad evaluation, and the bad evaluation is because you thought that you were sailing a ship to El Dorado, but it turns out it's going into the Bermuda Triangle, and it's not very good. That's what's happening.
And the ship was made of shit. The ship was made of shit. It was a shit ship.
Happening. That's it, yeah. No, it's not that the ship changed value. It's just that they thought it was going in one direction, and it's not. It's not. So that
no, they thought the ship was an actual ship, it was just shit. There. Solved it.
It's going to Somalia. Yes, exactly. Well, if it was going to Somalia, it'd probably be full of fucking money from Minnesota, so it'd be all right. Anyway, this wouldn't happen if Bungie games were doing great and printing loads of cash. Clearly, they're not. That's exactly it. Now you're right.
Yeah.
Is that this would not happen? Like, they would not be saying that they lost this much money if the company was doing well. This is crazy. And also a $765 million. So if Bungie was valued at $3.6 billion and it's been reduced by about, I mean, look, let's just make it easy. Let's say 36, right? So what is 36? Well, 36 is like
Yes.
like almost 8 million. That's like, fuck. Let me think about this.
Oh god, the white man tries to do math. Can we get an Asian in here, please?
That's like 17%.
Oh,
That's like 17% of the company. That's massive.
wow.
To lose 17% of the value of the company, that's nuts.
Well, yeah, but what was the value of the $3.6 billion based on? What was it based on? I mean, the IPs that they owned? The money that they made? Because the IPs that they owned, they ran into the ground. See, Destiny 1 and 2. And what else do they have? I don't even know. And the money they made less and less money because they run their IPs into the ground. So what was the 3.6 billion even based on? Potential. But the potential was falsely valued. So let me check something. Headquarter Sony. Japanese multinational conglomerate corporation, blah blah blah. Headquarter at Saudi City in Minato, Tokyo. Okay, Japan. Headquarter Sony Gaming. Sony Interactive Entertainment LLC is an American video game and digital entertainment company of Japanese conglomerate group, blah blah, operation of the PlayStation brand, blah blah blah. It is the world's blah 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 based on its equality, blah blah blah. Equity investments and revenue. Oh, that already. I hate to hear sounds like that. Where is it? Headquarters Sony Gaming. Location. Where is it? For God's sake. Can we find it here? San Francisco. Okay, yeah. That's why. That's why. And where's Bungie? Bungie Studios. Location Bungie Studios. Bungie, downtown Bellevue, WA. Papa, 1991, blah blah. Come on. Bungie, Bellevue, BW. Okay, it's not on the same state. They aren't friends. Which was what I was thinking, that they were just on the other side of the street and they were just, oh yeah, let's just say we are 3.6 billion. Here, my friend, let's shake hands, let's make this deal. I give you half. Yeah.
Holy fucking shit, man. And a 20% devaluation, more than 20%. Yeah, something like that. I'm just doing, like, I'm doing math in my head, right? I mean, like,
and you are white and not Asian.
It's somewhere around there. But Anyway, now you know it's got to be worse than what they're admitting. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, imagine buying something. Imagine you had $100 and now you have $83. Are you happy?
No.
I'd be mad. I'd be so mad. Oh my god, I'd be so mad. Like I lost $17. Right? No, but it's okay. Yeah, but like imagine it's like 765 million though, right? I mean, that's a lot more money than like $17.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And we have to keep in mind, the game is losing money every month. Why? Because the server costs are higher than what they make with the game. At least that's what I would suggest. Let's just take. By the way, we want to take a look at Mixtape 2. At how's Marathon doing? Here, Marathon. Isn't this nice? We go over 14,000 people. Let's say 15,000. That's not a lot. Not for a game that has cost over $200 million. It's not a lot of people. Now, let's say the 15,000 people spend $100 per month. That's 145,000. 1,454,000 per month. If all the 50,000 players would pay $100 per month. That's most likely not even enough for the servers. And it's definitely not enough for the servers and a full-size development team. That's not enough. That's not enough. Where was the video here? Oh, what did I? Stupid YouTube.
That's it. Layoffs are coming. That's right. They sure are. And so Sony is at least publicly backing Marathon per its comments. So the information about Marathon was so bad that Sony had to come out and reaffirm to everybody that it was okay. They had to tell everybody. Sony's CFO, that's the chief financial officer.
Oh.
That is Mr. Money, okay? The confirmed Marathon will continue to be supported. When you have the CFO making statements about like a product offering, I don't know what that means, but I know it's not good.
He's right. When was the last time you heard the CFO saying something about a product of the company? I can't remember at any point in my entire life when I heard anything like that. The CEO, sure. But the CFO? No. Never. Now, to be fair, I can just not remember it. I mean, I'm over 40, and so my life is long, and for most of the time, I didn't pay attention to things like that. So, of course, you know, I can be completely wrong here, but it doesn't look good at all. And like I said in my first video about how much money Marathon lost, Marathon itself lost over 200 million. So Bungy generally losing them 765 million. That's bad. That's bad. And I can see that it's only Marathon losing them that much money. But most likely it's not just Marathon. It's just that Marathon underperformed so massively that it just added up so much on top of Destiny 2 not making a lot of money. Because they don't care about Destiny 2. Which is, wow, yeah. Imagine letting your money-making game die to make Marathon. Oh, and for the ones who haven't heard, the developers of Marathon now are thinking about implementing a Battle Royale mode. Oh, our extraction mode didn't work Let's go for a battle royale. Ah, it's so stupid. What's next? Capture the flag? Team deathmatch? Ooh. Oh, I I think that the problem in Bungie is the people that have a say in what kind of game they are making, because it seems like they are completely retarded. They have no idea what they are doing. They are literally just chasing trends. They see, oh my god, Escape from Tarkov is successful. Yes, in a very small niche, it's successful. And even in that niche, and the thing is, Escape from Tarkov was successful because there was no other games there. Now extraction shooters popping up left and right, which also means that the player base for extraction shooters is getting spread thin. Now you can say, oh, but Arc Raiders has sold 50 million copies. Yes, but not because it's an extraction shooter. That's because the game was that good and casual friendly, despite being an extraction shooter, or rather said, having extraction shooter elements, which is two different things, you know? Being an extraction shooter and having extraction shooter elements. Two different things. Like, shooters started to have role-playing elements, you know, having skill trees and shit like that. They aren't role-playing games, but they have elements of role-playing games. Just like Arc Raiders has extraction shooter mechanics in it, but it's not a pure extraction shooter. How do I know? Because for the most part, extracting itself is not hard, and the focus is not even the extracting. Well, actually, I'm completely wrong here. No, it is an extraction shooter, but it's an extraction shooter made for casuals with mostly PvE in mind. That's why the arc are there, and that's why it's successful. And of course, it ran very, very well. And the overall design of the game was very well, very, very good, which has sadly gone down since January with every update that came, which is really, really sad. Really sad. But yeah, it's Arquez is not a success because it's an extraction shooter. It's despite it being one. And also even the success of Escape from Tarkov is diminished by a lot of players that tried the game left. They left. The big hype over Escape from Tarkov is long over. It's long, long over. And other extraction shooters will have it hard because the hardcore players, they play Escape from Tarkov. The very, very casuals, they play Arc Raiders. So coming out with some extraction shooter and it's kind of whatever, okay, marathon. Yeah, why? Why would they play that game? Why? There's no reason.
Tell you that. It is not good at all. So it's so sad. Destiny had a bright future and they fucked it all away. Well, look, the marathon release. Let me see if I can show you guys this. Where is it?
It was abysmal.
YouTube. Where's the YouTube? Let me go to the YouTube. Marathon release dev diary, I guess.
Diary, okay.
Visions, is this it? I don't know if this is it or not. Like the original one that they did, I'm pretty sure it had fucking, I don't know if this, I'm pretty sure this isn't it. I feel like it's one that's before this. Maybe it's on the marathon page. I just want y'all to see it if I can.
Okay. Now we are talking.
Insight, there's more of these. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Can I show this?
Developer update, okay.
Here Yo, how's it going? My name is Joe Ziegler. I am...
They have the pronouns.
Oh, right. Yeah.
They have the pronouns on their names.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. That's how
you
you know
don't do
they
that
hate
unless you're
gamers.
retarded. You know who does that?
Retarded people. Yeah.
That's who does that. Hassan's take on Akash Singh wife. I don't know what the fuck that is. So that's really, how do you pronounce it? I don't know. And so massive red flag. So let me give you all some advice. If it's a Japanese company that's doing it, I actually forgive them for being more woke because they're not basing their decisions off of what they want. It's just being done through a localization service.
Yeah.
So I actually hold it against Japanese and foreign companies a lot less. But actual Western companies that are doing this, they're doing it for an ideological reason.
Yes, of course.
And when I see a company that does this, I assume that they've become ideologically captured.
Yeah.
And the moment, like this, what this means is that you have people that think that there's more than two genders that are making this game. What does that mean? That means that you have people that have a profound refusal with reality that are involved with a process. When you have a person who is actively refusing observable reality, you should assume that that pathology will translate to other realities as well.
Exactly. He's right.
It's kind of like it's an indicator. It's like what I said before. Like the moment that I hear somebody thinks that, a kid can be trans, the earth is flat, like dinosaur bones were put in by the Jews to make Christians not believe in Jesus. Like they talk to aliens, that, they can talk to dead people in dreams. Like the moment that I hear that from somebody, I recognize that this is a person that can't be trusted.
Yeah.
This is a person that you can't trust to make any decisions. You can't rely on their judgment for anything. And so this is the same thing.
True.
Is
Very
that like
true.
seeking in actual facts, I see? Good one. And so anyway, you look at the Bungie's Destiny 2, know why the game is shit? Yeah, exactly. And so retarded was decent assessment to begin with, but go on. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that, like, I think that we should be more used to and more willing to, like, for example, like the child marriage is a good example of this, right? Like, if somebody can't come to the easy and simple understanding that anybody, again, like, I'm going to be extremely liberal with this because this isn't my personal opinion, but any age under like 14, and especially pre-puberty, like any sexual relations with like the other gender pre-puberty, that person, I don't want to hear any of their morality.
Yeah. I agree.
I don't want to hear anything that they're going to say. Like, I make an exception for like inside of historical context, right?
Sure.
Like, somebody 500 years ago, okay, that's fine. But like, if you think that today, everything is off the table with me. Like, I don't want to hear your moral judgments and your evaluations on anything. Does that make sense?
Yeah. To me, it does.
Even 500 years ago, it was seen as bad. Western politics is so weird. Well, like, here's my point, though, right? Is that that should be an indicator for you that this person is not worth listening to. How does this relate to the pronouns here? Because it's the same thing. That's how it relates. You ever been so wrong about necromancy? There's scientific proof people can hear the dead. You're wrong about it? Okay, well then why aren't dead people telling you anything? Why is a dead person never said where their treasure was buried?
Yeah,
that's
true.
right, because it's not real. Like, again, like, I don't want to hear any of your bullshit. You're literally just a retard.
Yeah.
It's not even worth engaging and proving you wrong. So anyway, this is
back to topic. Bungy being shit and losing so much money. Okay.
Yeah, here's what they said in full. So this is so I just want you guys to see that Marathon was infected right from the beginning.
Yes.
It was infected by...
We knew that from the beginning. Just look at how the game looks. That's all you need to do.
By morons that are at war with reality. Big surprise that those people can't generate or make anything good. Really. It's pretty fucking simple. So anyway, let me go back. I'll look at this here. And where's the statement? In our studio business, earnings from Bungie's title portfolio did not reach our expectations, so we downwardly revised our business plan and impaired the full amount of the fixed assets related to Bungie except for goodwill. Player reception to Marathon is strong, with the game receiving a Metacritic score of 82 and more.
Metacritic score doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. And more than 90% of the player reviews on Steam being positive. Sure, but how many players do you have? Not a lot.
More than 90% of the player reviews on Steam being positive. Engagement metrics such as retention also remain at a high level. Well, that's not true.
He does the same.
This is not a high level. This is a low level.
It would be a high level for an indie game. Then it would be a higher level. Or a game in early access. I wish 83 had numbers like that, but it doesn't, sadly.
Tell because of the direction. Yeah, it's just not true. Why do you care, though? Because I want to see games that represent an ideology that I think is regressive and bad die.
Yeah. True.
It's that simple. Yeah, I want to see the game die.
Yeah.
It's really simple. I don't like what it represents.
Same. Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
Can I make it any more clear?
He's totally right.
Yeah. What a loser take. Well, let me pull this up.
Oh boy. So how to explain it to someone that's retarded? Imagine Nazis would make a game. Would you not want it to fail? See? It's that easy. And with Nazis, I mean literal Nazis. Literal Nazis, not what the left calls Nazis. I mean actual Nazis. But then, to be fair, the Nazis would probably actually make a good game.
Why is it a
with attractive people?
Loser take? What does it represent? It represents an ideology of the gender stuff, of the weird androgynous characters, of the subversion of natural beauty into perverse, weird standards being replaced. I think that's why. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Matt, that's exactly what I think. Like I try to be, and I want y'all to understand this. Whenever people ask me these questions, I try to answer them directly. Like that's actually what I think. I'll just tell you what I think. Wanting something you won't play or care about to die is loser mentality. Why is it
he
loser
doesn't
mentality?
understand it. He doesn't understand it that ideology infects everything and destroys it. He doesn't understand that because he might be too young or too stupid to understand. It's like cancer.
Like I know you've already established that viewpoint, but why?
Why does he not want bad things to stop? Have you heard how he drank that?
This is gonna get an error. Yeah, I think that most people like this, the NPC programming probably doesn't go that far, so this is gonna be a while. We'll see.
Oh, yeah, he takes a while. Now, to be fair...
Dialogue about to reset? Yeah.
Some people think before they say or write something.
Because you're putting out negative energy because they have pronouns? Like
oh, he's an idiot.
I think pronouns...
He's an idiot because he's focusing on the pronouns. The pronouns aren't the problem. The pronouns are a symptom of a problem. He doesn't get that. Like it's lame, bro. Yeah, he's probably, I don't know, 12.
Are lame. I think that what it represents is bad. And I don't like the culture that it reinforces. So any level of a failure inside of things that represent that culture is a victory for me, because it's another point on the graph that the people can see, companies can see, investors can see, and players can see, and developers can see that this ideology and this representation will fail in a commercial setting. Yep. Which will make people in the future less likely to engage and use that commercial behavior. Does that make sense? Pronouns even in the game? It's not. I don't know. I didn't play. I played it one time. I didn't even notice.
Oh, pronouns even in the game.
The people that made it are.
Yeah.
What is the problem with my reasoning? Is my reasoning wrong, or are you just disagreeing with it?
Good question. Good question.
Because I think that my reasoning is very sound. If you think that I shouldn't care about that, that's fine.
Yeah,
but
sure.
I'm explaining to you very clearly that is my reasoning. That is the cause and effect that goes through my mind. And I think that it's an extremely sound logical process.
He's correct.
Like I said, it's loser reasoning. Putting pronouns in a video game is cringe, I agree, but it's saying I'm so happy this shit's failing is tiring. It's loser reasoning. I completely disagree with you.
Yeah.
If it's loser reasoning, then why am I winning? The game's dying. The game's dying. Everybody's laughing at it. The studio is going to have huge layoffs. There's going to be more of these people in the unemployment line. Yeah. And ultimately, I think that we've created another point on the graph where a game is negatively affected by the ideology it seems to represent. So how is it loser, Rick? How is it loser reasoning when it's working?
Very, very true. The board man is right.
Like I'm so confused.
And yes, the board man said the board man is right.
Game's filling because the meta is boring. You missed my point.
No.
And also, it was people didn't like it before the game even came out.
Yeah, most people didn't like the game just because how it looked. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that. Because the game doesn't look good. I said that the first time I saw the trailer. And even other people now say it. It looks like color vomit. And the FOV is trash. Oh my god. I'm gonna have, by the way, a video coming out about where I compare the advertisement in shorts of Marathon and Arc Raiders. And man, Marathon stinks when it comes to advertisement. They are really bad at that. I have no idea. The people that work at Bungy seemingly are all incompetent. Like, through the bank. Or everyone there is incompetent. That's how bad that shit is. That's why they are losing money.
It's not even true. I don't think your marathon fits your delineation of set ideologies. You can not like the art style, but I think it's legitimately just the art style. I don't think so. I think if the same people made it 20 years ago, it'd look a lot different.
Yeah.
I played on it. I can speak on it. Pronouns have nothing to do with it. This is like a fish saying that they're not in water. The entire game is structured by people that have that ideology.
Yeah.
The game will never contradict that ideology. It will always reinforce it.
Yes.
It's not going to work with me. And also, like, by the way, you can have whatever opinion you want on it. At the end of the day, they shouldn't have put the pronouns in the game. Yeah. Shouldn't have had a bunch of androgynous, weird-looking characters. If they didn't want people to hate it, then they shouldn't have done it.
Yes, exactly.
That's the way it is. That's what I think. That's my opinion. And again, like, maybe next time they'll learn. And if they don't...
They don't.
Well...
The thing is, stupid people only learn from pain, and these people haven't felt any pain yet. So they won't learn. And the literally, if the studio shuts down and everyone loses their job, that's not pain to them. That doesn't even count. Sadly. They are too stupid to learn from that. More things have to happen. That's how stupid they are.
Well, we know what to do. All right. That's the way it is. So, androgynous at all? You're not gonna fool anybody, bro. Like, it is not. And so, anyway, no, that's it. And idea was popular in majority US. Just let it go out on a day and ignore it. Yeah, no, I don't ignore this. You're changing the danger hairs? Yeah, I know. The delusion's really thinking that they're the majority. I know. And anyway, so getting back to this, I got kind of off topic here. But yeah, it looks like Marathon has massively failed. Bungy has massively failed. And
like
I think that you're going to see huge layoffs probably sooner than later. I think that I think they probably got one more game in them. I think that Sony will probably push them to.
They already work on another game, and I don't think they will make it.
To make a Destiny 3 or some other variation of that. That's what I would kind of assume.
I don't think the fans of Destiny would go for a Destiny 3. Not after what happened to Destiny 1 and 2.
So we'll see what happens, but yeah, that's generally it. And I'm glad to see that. I am. And morons can't comprehend Sony wastes money on games that are dog shit instead of using a majority of money on political statements over investing in better gaming experiences. It means there's a better game they didn't fund instead. Oh, yeah. Yes. But I mean, again, for those people, like, I could make that argument, but that argument is not speaking to the true core of the way that I feel. Like, I'm talking about like that's like a second order effect, right? The real reason is so there's a pattern of this behavior not being successful. That's really the reason why. And so, yeah, it's just that simple. And where are the political statements?
The she, her, the pronouns are a political statement. This character design is a political statement.
Do you think that a character like this, anybody wants to cosplay or play as a character like this? Absolutely not. I think that characters are intentionally made androgynous, weird-looking, or ambiguous in a way that is supposed to subvert beauty standards inside of video games.
Yes.
And it is a subversion of the way that we see things in its totality. It is the fixation and the focus on the fetishes, while the normality and heteronormity is demonized. It is the memeing about showing girls' feet constantly, but the moment that you show a girl's ass, it's sexual objectification.
And why is that? For the destruction of society. That's the goal, the destruction of society. In the long run. Now you can say, oh, why would you say that? Because it comes from the communists. And the communists want to destroy society so they can establish a communist dictatorship. Yeah. It's that simple. You don't need an army to conquer a country. You just destroy the families. With destroying the families, you destroy society, and then you just take over by telling everyone to vote for you. Yeah. That's literally what the communists did. And the fascists.
It is an act of war, in my opinion, against any form of heteronormative displays of sexuality. And I know it sounds crazy. I know you might think to yourself, I'm out of my mind. But I want you to go through media.
No, he's right.
And I want you to go through a lot of these newer games made by Western studios. And I want you to make a graph. And you're going to find out that if you put enough dots on that graph, you're going to have a line.
Yeah.
It's the way it is. It sounds crazy, but, you know, again, I think that's what it is. I think they're lazy and incompetent. You give them too much credit. I don't think that.
Yeah.
I understand they not want to make money. It's because they've been infected by that. It's from 2004. She had 3 lines max. Small war. What is this here?
What?
Yeah. This is a good example. This is what people want to be.
Yeah.
This is what...
She's super hot. The woman wanted to be her, the man wanted to be inside of her. That's how a character for a video game should look. A female character. Yeah, and in general in media. Imagine having a Warcraft show or movie where you have female characters that look like that. If it's 100% CGI or animated or whatever, people would watch it if the story is good and the characters are good. Now, do I believe that Blizzard would be able to do that? No. No, because Blizzard is infected by the same people Bungie is infected by. The communists. And that's why that will never happen.
Guys like, and it's also what girls are cosplaying, etc.
Yeah, this is by the way what women like. And with women, I mean actual women. Women that are not completely ugly. The women that complain about that are ugly women. That are jealous of the attention that pretty women get.
So if you're not making characters that are appealing in this way, you're not making content for the audience. So the moment that you have a developer that's making content that is unappealing to the audience, you immediately should have a problem.
Remember, how was it called? The Lord of the Rings show, The Rings of Power. That completely failed. Not because the characters were unattractive, but because they were unlikable. That show was just trash. Oh, and we are completely at the end. Okay. Yeah. I'm not surprised, but Bungie lost a bunch of money for Sony. Yeah. Well, are you surprised? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. And with that, we are at the end of the video. And if you want to see more, subscribe and like for the algorithm. See you next time. Bye bye.